Hi guys, John here. So I just wanted to do a quick video that explains how to have control over the volume of a submix in Unreal Engine. Now I picked this up from the YouTuber Brian Fuller. He's got an excellent channel. He has a really good video about audio modulation, which is where I picked this up from, and I highly recommend that you go and watch that video if you want to learn more about it. I'll put a link in the description. But anyway, cracking on. So here are my submixers, and what I want to do is control the volume of this submix. So how we do that is we need to install the audio modulation plugin. So if we come up to settings, go to plugins, and you want to search for audio modulation, and you see I've already got it ticked, but if yours isn't ticked, you want to tick that, and then you'll get asked to restart the engine. Okay, so once you've restarted the engine, if you come down to the content drawer, so anywhere in the content browser, if you right click and go to audio and then come down to modulation, and we need to add one of these and one of these. So let's do this one first, control bus, and I'm just going to give it a name, tutorial. Actually, I'll do it like Brian did, control bus tutorial. And then you want to also add in the other one, so let's come to audio modulation control bus mix. Control bus mix. And I'm going to call that one tutorial as well. Now, if we should we just open these both up quickly. So this is the control bus asset, and you can see you've got a parameter here for the volume. And if you click the magnifying glass, there's a few different ones that you can select, but we're just going to control the volume. So I'm going to leave that as is, and just click save that for a sec. And then I'm going to find this asset again, just back in this folder. And then let's open this one. And then where you've got mix stages, you want to click this button to add an index entry, and then expand that. And where you've got bus, this is where you would select the control bus asset. So if we click the drop down, and we can see it here, so you just select that, and then we can click save. Now if we come over to our submix, so these are my submixes, and that's the one that I want to add it to. So on the left hand side, if we come down to where it says submix level, if we expand that, and where we've got output volume, if we tick where it says modulate, and now we've got this entry, output volume modulators. If you click the plus here and go to the drop down, we should see our control bus asset. So if we select that and just click save. Now what we need to do next is the blueprint side of it, but if I just quickly show you what's going on in this level with this sound. So if I hit play, we've got this this alarm, which is sound effect making this thing modulate like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the control bus to change the volume of that, because this sound is routed through this submix structure. So currently it's going into this, and then that's going into this. So if we control the volume of this, we should be able to change the volume of that sound. So I've got a blueprint actor that I created. It's just an empty blueprint actor at the moment. So just right click, blueprint class, select actor, okay, and then you get something like this, which you probably already know if you're at this point. So we're going to do this off of the event begin play. So what's that? We can get rid of that. So if we right click and search for activate control bus mix. So when you run this node, it's going to activate the control bus mix, okay? So it needs to be active in order for you to change the volume. So let's connect that to there, and on this pin here we can select our asset, or we can promote to a variable and select the asset in the variable. So to demonstrate this working, I'm going to turn the volume down after, like, say 4 seconds, okay? So we can hear the volume actually changing. So if I'm going to put a delay node in just to demonstrate it. So if we put in a delay node, and I'll put 4 in. So next thing you want to do is pull off that, and we can search for, if you just type in bus filter, I found it comes up. We've got set control bus mix by filter. So if we select that, now on this one you need to select the control bus mix asset as well. So we select that there. And then we've got this one, which is important, address filter. So this is a string entry, so you need to enter in text. So where you would find that is if we come back up to the control bus asset, and here where you've got the advanced tab, the mix tab, and you've got address here, if you come over you can see what it is there. And so far from what I've seen, it just calls the address whatever you named the asset. So I'm not sure if that changes if you were to rename it, but that's what we need to enter in, okay? So let's do that. CB_tutorial. And now we can use this value here to set the gain. So this is a float variable from 0 to 1. So if we put in a 0, it's going to be muted. If we put in a 0.5, it'll be at like half the level, and then 1 will be full volume. So if we just put in a 0, then we should hear the audio get muted out completely after 4 seconds. So just quick rundown, when we hit play, it's gonna activate the control bus, and then after 4 seconds it's gonna set the volume to 0. So let's just have a look and see if it works. And also, before we hit play, we need to drop this into the world, otherwise it's not gonna work. So just gonna drag that in somewhere, and hopefully we should hear it mute after 4 seconds. And yeah, there we go. So everything seems to be working as planned. So yeah, with this value you could change it to a variable, and then you could put that on a timer, and also change the gain value during runtime to any level that you want. So yeah, big respect to Brian Fuller for showing how this was done, because I was a little bit clueless about the whole thing and a little bit overwhelmed, to be honest, but I did most of this today from memory without having to go and re-watch his video, so it wasn't actually that bad. But anyway, I highly recommend that you go and watch that video, because I've literally skipped through a lot of the explanation of how this whole thing works, but he goes into a lot of detail with it. I'll put a link in the description of the video so you can click on that and go check out his channel. So yeah, hopefully you found this interesting, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you with another video. Cheers and bye.